People think Japanese girls are all the same. They do. Just one type of Japanese girls. Shy girls. Wait, this is quite familiar, isn't it?
People think that Asian girls are all the same. They do! The truth is, there are many different types of Asian girls.
Yeah, about 18.
So basically, this guy is stealing other channels' idea. Just to let you know that. The truth is, there are so many different types of Japanese girls. Yeah, about 10. Why not 18? Sorry, I just couldn't come up 18. But don't worry, I'm gonna use the scientific method of
Making things up!
Okay, seriously, this is completely my subjective opinion based on my experience living in Japan. So let me know if I'm wrong or missing anything. Number 1, dumb Japanese girls. We call this type of girl ぶりっ子。ねえ、私あっち行きたい。私今寒い。わあ、すごい。Can't you just speak normally? Why do you act stupid like that? I'm sorry guys, but this is actually the most common type of young Japanese girls in Japan. Pretending like a 10-year-old child. You may be thinking, oh, that's actually cute, isn't it? Sure, that's cute. But how could you have a normal conversation if she keeps acting like this all the time? At some point, maybe you're gonna feel annoyed. Having said that, one thing I definitely agree with you is Japanese girls are so fucking cute. But I don't think that's just a natural talent. I think they're actually trained to make themselves look cute. That's a conscious effort, and maybe acting down is one of their strategies. Number 2, tsundere Japanese girls. Her name is Ko Shibazaki, a famous Japanese actress. She is the perfect example of tsundere girl in Japan. Basically, opposite type of dumb girls. Blonde, cold, and can be quite harsh. At first, a tsundere girl looks so unfriendly because she rarely shows any smile, so it's quite hard to talk to her. But some guys like me actually prefer tsundere girl because just like her, a tsundere girl actually has a warm heart and strong will, and she's really confident. Especially I like the part she doesn't change herself for guys. Number 3, pure Japanese girls. This is the type of girl we often see on TV or movie. We call it in Japanese seijunha. Actually, most Japanese actresses in Japan are categorized into this type. Why? Simple. Because this is the most popular type of girl among guys in Japan. Those girls are so appealing to Japanese guys because they look polite, sincere, mature, sweet, and innocent. In terms of appearance, some of the characteristics are that having a black hair, conservative dressing, and not too much makeup, showing a natural beauty and modesty like a traditional Japanese woman. I would say most Japanese guys are into this type in all generations. I think that's because she's not like cute and doesn't look like a party girl or playing around at night. At the same time, she's not like manly or cold like tsundere girls, having a great balance of cuteness and maturity. Number 4, carnivorous Japanese girls. So this term is made by Japanese media and magazines, in contrast with herbalous Japanese guys. So typically, girls are supposed to be shy, passive, and not aggressive when it comes to dating. But this type of girl doesn't care about that, going first, making a move, or even asking a guy out actively, and she doesn't care about rejection at all. You don't like me? That's fine. Move on the next. See, we didn't see many girls like that before in Japan, but because of the rising of herbalous men, I think more Japanese girls need to be aggressive to guys nowadays. Otherwise, nothing happens. Number 5, girl Japanese girls. I'm sure you heard of this. Usually, having a blonde or brown hair, wearing a lot of makeup, too much makeup, and carrying a brand name bag. So easy to spot them. But nowadays, girl girls are getting fewer and fewer. Girl girls were quite common, especially in late 1990s, mainly influenced by a Japanese singer, Namie Amuro. At that time, it was her peak of the career. Every girl in Japan was crazy for her and imitating the fashion. But as you may know, she already retired, so the boom is kinda over. And nowadays, these cute types of Japanese idols are much more popular and appealing in Japan. So accordingly, there are fewer girl Japanese girls in Japan now. Having said that, I still see girl girls sometimes at Harajuku or Shibuya, and they are usually really friendly and speaking casually. Number 6, business Japanese girls. I'm sure you are familiar with this type of girl. In her mind, it's all about job, job, job. Always eager to step up the career and working all the time, sometimes even on weekends. As you can guess, it's quite difficult to date this type of girl. She doesn't have much time, so you need to make an appointment.
But in Japan, I feel like sometimes I had to make an appointment as if this woman was a damn doctor or something. Like her schedule was so full. Every time I asked to spend time with a girl, pick up like her little schedule book, she'd look in her schedule book and be like, I'm not free this month, maybe in 2 months. Like, goddamn. Like, what are you? Are you a surgeon? Are you, some type of judge or some political figure? I have to schedule an appointment just to spend time with you?
And as you can guess, this type of girl is increasing more and more in Japan, especially in a big city like Tokyo, given the fact Japan is facing a labor shortage. And recently, female business owners or presidents are also increasing. So I'm guessing this type of business girl is going to be even more common in Japan in the future. Number 7, housewife wannabe Japanese girls. So this is kind of opposite of business Japanese girls. Yes, this type of girl definitely exists even nowadays. They really want to get married as early as possible and dreaming about having kids and becoming a housewife. So some of them go to a marriage agency at a quite young age, like 23 or 24. Sometimes even before graduating from university. Mainly because either she absolutely doesn't like to work or she has a strong desire to have her own family like this. If you got married to this type, you might be amazed. She's really homey and family oriented, cooking for you a lot and doing all the houseworks like laundry or cleaning. You don't need to do anything at house, but you might feel pressure because she's not gonna work. Maybe some part-time job at best. So she's gonna be depending on you a lot financially and expecting you to work and make a lot of money for kids. So what if you don't make much money? And what if you don't want to have kids? Probably not the best type of girl you wanna date. Number 8. Gaijin hunters. For those who don't know, a gaijin hunter is a Japanese person that wants to talk with you or date you just because you are foreigner. Wow, sounds like yellow fever. In Osaka, there is even a meetup group. Yeah, Japanese people there want to hunt foreigners. These are some of the reasons why they do that. They are just attracted to your foreignness or your nationality or race. Probably similar feeling to seeing an animal they have never seen before. Wow, this is a foreigner. Wow. Number 2, they want to improve their English, so just looking for an opportunity to speak English a lot. Or they just want to have a status of dating foreigner and show off. Have you ever seen that on Facebook or Twitter? Look, I'm dating a foreigner, I'm great, right? Or maybe they don't have any Japanese friends. Foreigners look so friendly, so maybe they're gonna be friends with me. Whatever the reason is, be careful about gaijin hunters. Maybe they're gonna be stereotyping or having too much expectation. Remember, you are not just any foreigner. You are individual and nobody is the same as you. But wait a minute. Didn't this guy say like this in the past? So you wanna know why some Japanese feel scared of foreigners? That's actually obvious, isn't it? Okay, let me tell you honestly what most Japanese actually think about foreigners. Foreigners just suck. They are too big, too fat, and smell so bad. See? Nobita, stop embarrassing yourself. Your English already is. どうもすいませんでした。Number 9. Mommy Japanese girls. That's right. Always hanging with her mom. I know, that's kinda normal in a young age. But even after 20s or 30s, she's living with her parents and spending time with her mom on every weekends, like shopping or traveling abroad together. Maybe this is actually the most difficult type of Japanese girl to date or have a relationship as a foreigner. Remember, she's gonna bring her mom on a date. So of course, you can't touch her like kissing or hugging. Maybe her mom is gonna be there when you guys are having sex. Okay, that's a joking, but seriously, if you don't speak Japanese and you can't get along with her mom, the relationship is not gonna last long. You need to understand that her mom is her first priority, not you. Number 10. Foreign influenced Japanese girls. This type of girl usually has lived in another country and got influenced by that. Usually, not just her parents, but the mindset as well. For example, Chicana Japanese girls, looking like a Latina girl. Okay, this is actually still rare and you don't often see that, but it's really interesting to see that Japanese girls in Japan experiencing other culture in this level, but I don't think like they are appropriating other culture. I think they are actually appreciating other culture and just enjoying something unusual. So that's it. Those are the 10 types of Japanese girls in Japan. But keep in mind, at the end of the day,
We just made it up.
the same as me. I just made it up. There are no scientific reasons. Like I said, this is completely my subjective opinion. So tell me what you think. Tell me the types of Japanese girls you've ever seen in Japan. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.